Good evening. Welcome to the May 14th Commission on Disabilities meeting. If we could please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If Pauline, Vice Chair, if you could do a roll call of the members. Oh, you're on mute.
I apologize for that. I thought I clicked off. Ralph DeChico.
Present.
Pauline Perno is present. We've been notified that Jason Barone is absent from tonight's meeting. Mario Gramanis.
Present.
And Ellie Vargas.
Present.
And Anne Marie Fiore.
Present.
That concludes.
Thank you. Item 1 on the agenda is a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the April 9th, 2024 meeting. I had sent everyone the meeting minutes last Friday from the April meeting. I'm not sure if everyone had a chance to take a look at them. If there's any questions, concerns, if there's any errors, please let me know now. We can correct it before a member makes a motion to approve and then second it. Were there any questions or concerns with the meeting minutes from April by any member? Right. If I can ask for a motion to approve.
I'll approve.
Right, approved by
Second.
and
Thank
second by Ellie. Thank you. Okay, item number 2 is updates and next steps from our April 9th meeting. Any updates regarding the calendar for future monthly guest speakers from Pauline, or once we'll go through Pauline, then we can ask for any other members that have been trying to work on reaching out to anyone else. So Pauline, I'll open it up to you first.
Thank you. I have reached out to over 30 entities, shall we say, various and sundry people, organizations, whatever, and I have had absolutely zero response. I've followed up with all of them. So I'm going to change and expand how I'm looking for people to come and join us. I've been keeping a list so that I'm not repeating my own time management issues, but I'm finding that there's been turnovers in people, mailboxes are full, emails are it's going to a central location that's not being checked, those sorts of things. So short of finding exacting telephone numbers to match these individuals or these entities, it's been very, very difficult, very time consuming and energy consuming. So if anyone would care to join in and jump in, dial in, whatever, please feel free to. I'm not sure if it's the season, if it's just the trend, but I have been having an awful time to either A, answer, or B, commit. So that's where I'm at right now, okay. Unfortunately.
Understood. Any other members?
So Ralph, I mentioned that I was working on getting someone from the community family in Everett, which is like a day program for people with disabilities. It's actually one of the first for Alzheimer's patients as well. And the contact person there, I think they'll be willing to do it, but they're away until the end of the month. So I have to reach back out at the end of the month, and hopefully they'll be willing to meet with us and be a guest speaker.
Okay, just as a point of information, we don't have a meeting in July, and tentatively, I know June, since they're away till the end of the month, June would probably be too soon. So maybe see if there's a possibility if they wanted to join for our August meeting, and just the second Tuesday at 6 p.m. You would just get their contact information and just loop me in on the email. And it's just via Zoom, so they don't have to come anywhere in person. And I also have had preliminary conversations, Pauline, with Adrienne McGuire from DPH, Department of Public Health and Repair, and possibilities that she may be wanting to come to one of our meetings to discuss some ideas and some programs that she's looking to work on, that we've discussed in the past about trying to have outreach for people with disabilities, to have how how we would be able to know who the people with disabilities are in our community and what their needs are. So she's working on some programs like that, and may be able to come to our June meeting. So I've had preliminary discussions with her. So I will keep you up to date for the June meeting.
Excellent.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, anyone that knows of any entities that would like to come to the Commission on Disabilities meeting that has any programs or any knowledge for our resources for people with disabilities, please reach out to myself or Pauline on an email with them. I would love to have them come to our commission meeting. We want to try and book them in advance, a few months in advance. Would be the best way to get this done. All right, item number 2 is any grant updates regarding Save the Harbor, Save the Bay, the Better Beach program. I do want to update you that we are definitely getting the grant from Save the Harbor, Save the Bay. They are going to be doing a formal presentation with a check disbursement on Thursday, May 23rd, in Boston, that hopefully I will be attending. It's in Boston, depending upon my availability. If not, they're more than willing to mail us the check. Also, part of the process is that there's a permitting application that had to be submitted to DCR, and that has been submitted to them for the date that we are looking to have it. So I am still waiting for the approval of DCR for that permit. But tentatively, we are hoping that they approve the date of August 17th for our All Abilities Beach Day at the Beach at Revere Beach. There'll be more information to come. We're trying to get some work on the background of getting that done. So I'm waiting to get the approval for the permit from DCR. For the location. I'm looking to have it in front of the new bathhouses at Revere Beach. So logistically, I think that's the best place and the safest place, especially for people of all abilities. The restrooms are right there. It's more accessible for everyone. It's a nice level entrance area onto the beach. We're going to be having hopefully the universal access program, which is part of DCR, to be bringing down accessible beach sand wheelchairs and more accessible mats for people to be able to get from the fluffy sand down to the hot sand to get into the water, along with other activities that I'm trying to solidify. But I just want to have the official approval for DCR for the permit before I solidify everything.
Excellent.
I just want to update everyone on that. And also, I am in the final stages of completing the Garfield, the George V. Colella Community Center at the Garfield School. Just finishing up that grant process, finishing up all the paperwork, waiting for one of the contractors to come in to bring in the new parts for the accessible chairlift for the pool, so that will be back in operation. Hopefully we're trying to get a day for this week for them to come and do that for the new parts, and to also go through the chair itself and make sure everything is all in working order. And we're also working on with the architect to try and finalize some drawings once we can get some meetings in place, so that hopefully next year we would be able to go after another grant to get some other work done in the community center to make things more accessible for the community center. At the same time, we are also getting more visual and accessible signs ordered for City Hall. So hopefully that will be getting done within the next month. So there's going to be more visual signs and wayfinding for people to know where to go, especially for the handicap entrances, parking spots, and the offices themselves. So the signs will be more ADA compliant, along hopefully with some braille lettering on them and at the proper height requirements. So that is all part of that grant, and through surveys that we had put out. I had left a spot in the surveys to the community for the Garfield Community Center. I left a place in there for suggestions, any other issues that residents had for any other municipal buildings within the city, not only at the community center. So that is what was finding in that. So we're trying to take care of that. So I don't know if anybody has any questions or any comments or any more information on those. I'd be able to provide that.
I just have a
Only
quick
because
one.
when I was, oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Pauline.
Okay, thanks. Real quick one. The entrance to the pool, the actual entrance into the water is via staircase?
No. To the pool itself,
Yep.
there's no staircases there. It's ladder. So that's why we have the accessible chair, the chairlift. That you sit onto the chair. It's a mechanical, it's an electronical arm that takes you right into the pool. It lowers you into the water, and then you get off of the chair, and then you get back into it. So you can back out of the water the same way.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Where is that? What pool is this? Where?
It's at the George V. Colella Community Center, which is part of the Garfield School.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it, thanks.
Okay, so my only question is the signing. There's like no signing at the basement level of the elevator of City Hall. So
Yep, that's going to be
you
all
guys
part of
should
the
see-
sign. Yep, that's part of the signage that I'm getting. All the signage that's going to be put in place, not only inside the basement, but the outside, to let people know that's the handicap entrance on the Pleasant Street side, along with being placed on the outside of the building with directions and how to arrows going to there where the handicap accessible doorway is and where the elevator
nice.
is inside. So those are all out to bid right now to get those signed, the quotes for the signs, so that they can get made and then installed.
Awesome.
So, at the same time, that's we did an assessment, and there were some where the handicap parking spots were outside the Pleasant Street entrance. There was no handicap signs on the poles. Those were immediately installed already. They were already installed. They were already on those poles there. So those are already all set. Any other questions or concerns or suggestions? Okay, item number 3, CODA, which is the Commission on Disabilities Alliance monthly Zoom meeting, which happened on Wednesday, May 1st. There were COD commission members discussed the new DOG web accessibility WCAG, which is WCAG 2.2 AA guidelines for cities, towns, and other municipalities, will take effect on June 24th. So what's going to happen is the web accessibilities for cities and towns are going to have to now meet the new standards and guidelines. And what it's going to be is any city or town of 50,000 more residents has to have these guidelines and standards in effect and initiated by June 24th. 2026. If you have, I believe, if they're a city or town, municipality with less than 50,000, I believe they extended it to 2027. This was the date as of the time that I did these notes. I believe they may have changed that to April of those same years. But the law does not go into effect till June 24th of 2024. And at that time, they said it was going to be 2 years from that date. So that's what I'm going by right now. because I was on a couple of meetings for that. So that's going to just bring your web accessibility and design. Everything has to be meet those standards and guidelines, which is very beneficial. So there's not a lot of cities and towns and state government. Wouldn't say in Massachusetts. Um, the bigger cities and towns, a lot of them are already meeting a lot of the compliance, but there's some changes that they're implementing. So if anybody wants a copy of what those guidelines are, they did create a fact sheet that I do have. So I'd be willing to share that with anyone. That's a lot of technical information. So it may be more information that you would want to look at, but just in case you want to, you can reach out to me and I can get that to you.
Yeah, send me a copy of the fact sheet. I would
Yeah,
love
just
to
send me an email and I could get that copy to you. It's right from the DOJ.
Okay.
So I do have that. And if any other questions, if not, I will move on to the next item that was discussed at that CODA meeting. COD commissions had discussions on monitoring and assessing dog parks for people with disabilities that are dog owners. Some examples would be the proper pathways leading to the dog park, surfaces, and that gate handles meet ADA requirements. Some commissions mentioned that dog parks in their cities, the handles, you cannot open the handles with a closed fist. So, ADA requirements, door handles, gates, you need to be able to open them with a closed fist. You cannot have a handle that you have to grasp. People with certain disabilities don't have that dexterity and are able to do that. So they just want to make sure that they all meet the ADA requirements, and they just through our meeting we just had discussions so that commissions do know that they reach out to the proper entities within their cities and towns to make sure that when they do design dog parks, our existing dog parks do have these specifications in the dog parks. So that was one of the items. Lastly, some COD commission members mentioned that they are looking into applying for this year's MOD grant. The application cycle will run until June 14th. I myself am also looking to apply for the MOD grant, which is the Mass Office on Disabilities grant for any accessible issues or barriers within the municipality. The one thing that they look at is if you had a self-evaluation and transition plan done in the past, they highly like that if you are doing any projects that are outlined in those transition plans. They look favorably on those types of projects. And luckily, we do have a transition plan that was done, and we do have several projects. And I am in the process of trying to detail a few projects within City Hall for some municipal offices for the height and design of countertops for a few of the offices to make sure that they meet the accessible requirements specifically outlined in the transition plan. So I'm in the process of trying to get that done. It's taking a bit of time, but I'm working on that with the proper department heads within the city.
Excellent.
If anyone has any questions, sorry if my voice is a little low, but please let me know if you can't hear me.
I have a dog
Yep.
park thing.
Yep.
Is that just addressing the dog parks, the accessibility, the monitoring and assessing of dog parks, or is that for all of them?
Well-
The reason is, and I'm not sure even what is going on down the end of the beach before you turn onto Revere Street, that new
Sullivan
park.
Park.
I don't even know the name of it.
Sullivan Park.
Sullivan Park. Is that going to be fenced in? It looks like there's fences, then there's no fences. What is that exactly? Is that
That's
going to be?
That's a DCR project. I can't remember if it is going to be fenced in, but I know it's definitely a DCR project is doing that. But the commissions will basically just had discussions at that meeting just for dog parks. But as you know, everyone knows that when you have gates and enclosures, you need to make sure that they're fully compliant ADA requirements, that they're accessible for everyone to be able to open and close them. But
Okay.
at that meeting, they specifically were discussing dog parks.
Dogs. Okay. Because I haven't been over to that dog park, the one that's in West Revere. I know that there's a smaller one at the corner of, is it Campbell Ave? Campbell, and I'm trying to think the
Campbell and North Shore Road, before North Shore Road. I forget that's there. The comes off of North Shore Road to Campbell Ave.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
small dog park there, and I've never been in it again. I do own a dog, but my dog stays at home. First of all, I couldn't handle her. I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody, but
I call it an island, but it's not even accessible. But it doesn't even look like a dog park. It's usually like closed off for the most part.
that's
The
what
one
I was.
off of Campbell Ave.
Yeah, it's not even. It looks like a little island. It's not even an entrance. I don't even see dogs in it half the time. But I don't know if that's the one Pauline's talking about.
That's exactly the one I'm talking about, Ellie. It's
Okay.
go by it and I'll see one or two dogs in there, and then I won't see any for several weeks, and so I'm not really even sure what that is, if that's even a dog park or if it's just a park that people just take their dogs to. And I don't even
Yeah,
know if
I don't even know, and it's not even accessible. I don't even drive on the sidewalk because it's not even accessible to even
Right.
walk upon. I use this. I just go on the street, and the two buildings that are being built, the new apartment buildings that are being built on the other side, just makes it atrocious. Just go on the sidewalk. But yeah, I
Yeah.
know exactly what I was talking about. That was never accessible. You used to see a gate, and it's like I think I see a little bulletin board for like the flower committee, but that's
Yeah.
it. That's all I know about.
Oh, the beautification committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think the one in West Revere, there's like 3 entrances, and maybe one of them would meet height requirements. The surface is definitely not very accessible, I don't think, because it's mostly gravel. And I don't know, with all the new apartment communities being built, most of them are building dog parks, which I'm assuming would fall under them for ADA compliance, but I don't know if they're making them compliant or not.
Yeah, I think by right they have to make them compliant.
Right.
Yeah,
That-
and yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for that update.
All right. Next is item 4 is CPAC May June events provided by Julie Brown, the president of the CPAC. CPAC recently had a free virtual workshop on Wednesday, May 8th for parents and professional events via Zoom, which was hosted by the Federation for Children with Special Needs. I don't know how the attendance was, since it was May 8th, so I did not get any follow-up information on that. CPAC's next meeting is going to be Thursday, May 30th. CPAC is going to be meeting in person with a Zoom link option, and the agenda should be coming out the beginning of this month. And this is going to also be the last in-person event of the year because the school year will be ending in June. Also, they mentioned that they are looking for any and all interested parties to join us, either as board members or volunteers or overall support. Anyone interested in getting more involved in CPAC Revere can send us an email at cpacrevere@gmail.com or call Julie Brown at 617-817-2653. And that's all all that information is all on the agenda. So that's all there. Item number 5 is commission members' late items or information. I'm not sure if any commission members have any late items or information. Okay, item number 6 is residents' concerns or issues. I was recently contacted by a resident from it was the Beachmont area, but not from Beachmont, regarding the overpass on I believe it's Ocean Ave, going from after the last apartment building going into Beachmont. And I know this has been an issue that I believe Councilman McKenna has been trying to work on, that the sidewalks are impassable over there. There's overgrowth, there's tree stumps, and everything there. And I guess it's either DCR or DOT. And there's been a lot of back and forth as to who to take care of it.
No
So
one wants to take accountability. It's the same
yeah,
area where the Stop and Shop is. No one wants to
yeah,
rebuild the sidewalk. So I don't know who's responsible, but
yeah.
it's never gonna get fixed at this point.
Well, I'm gonna try and have follow-up conversations. I left a message for the resident. They contacted me by email to see if we have somebody definite that we can talk to instead of just sending general emails to DOT. If not, if we have to get the state delegation involved. I know Representative Turco is a great help with any needs down there. So we may reach out to Representative Turco because I guess I haven't physically been down there, but from what I've gotten the email, it's in deplorable condition there. She cannot get her dad through that sidewalk there in his wheelchair, going through that walkway.
Really? I have no issue going to Turkle next month. I love visiting him.
Yeah. So I guess it's the overpass that goes from the Ocean Ave side going to the opposite side.
Dang it,
I'm
then
not
I have to
sure.
go Beachmont and see that area. It's like I didn't see it
Yeah,
since the big building went up. I didn't know that it was
yeah,
gotten bad.
they said it's not that bad on the building side, but on the beach side, it's worse. Is what what was told to me in an email, but I haven't physically seen it myself. So that's
Okay.
one of the issues that was relayed to me.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that I had brought to me. Next steps is I will just keep updating everyone on the All Abilities Day at Revere Beach. And also next steps, if anyone has any information for any organizations, departments, or agencies that want to come in and come to our monthly Commission on Disabilities meeting, we'll just keep that on here as next items. And item number 8 is our monthly reminder. Pauline, would you mind reading that?
I would love to.
I know.
The Commission on Disabilities office number is 781-286-8267. Residents can also call Revere 311 and speak to their staff Monday through Friday. They will answer most questions, but if they are unable to, or if you want to speak to one of our department directly or schedule an appointment, please ask to be transferred to the disability office. If we are unavailable, please leave a detailed message and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, please tell us if you want something discussed or added to our monthly meeting agenda. You can let us know if you would like to speak on any issue or concern. The Commission is here to help and assist all the disabled residents and families of Revere.
Thank you. Before we ask for a motion to adjourn, our next meeting via Zoom will be Tuesday, June 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. As always, we do not have a July meeting, so that will be our last meeting before our summer monthly break. So as I just mentioned, the next meeting will be Tuesday, July 11th via Zoom at 6 p.m. If I could ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
And someone second?
I'll
I'll
second.
second that. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Multiples
Well,
there.
as always, thank you for the commission members for attending this meeting. I really appreciate it. And like I said, anyone any questions or concerns, please feel to reach out to us. We're here for the residents and families of people, not only with disabilities, but people with all abilities. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you.
You
Have a
too.
blessed
Bye.
day,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.